Cricket is maybe one of the most popular sports in the world, but here in New Mexico, only a handful of people are playing it.
So why is the city spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to accommodate a very few amount of cricket players? Tonight on a Target 7 investigation, Sasha Leninger finds out why.
It's home to the world's largest ballooning event. And when it's not being used for hot air balloons, Balloon Fiesta Park is packed with athletes playing soccer.
We have about 20,000 players across the state, another 2,600 coaches.
Gloria Faber is the executive director for New Mexico Youth Soccer. Of the group's 20,000 players, 6,800 are in the Albuquerque area.
We're probably the largest youth sports user for practicing at Balloon Fiesta Park. So we have approximately about 400 kids each evening that are out practicing at Balloon Fiesta Park.
But in January, Balloon Fiesta Park undergoing a change.
We learned about them just from word of mouth, people who were out at Balloon Fiesta Park.
This is what she's talking about. Concrete cricket pitches installed by the city of Albuquerque, 6 of them spread across the field.
The city is aware that there's a concern that's coming from the clubs who practice out there. And more so than anything is there just was no engagement with the community that uses the facility. And so it was a surprise to everyone.
Except the city of Albuquerque, who says they're trying to stay on top of emerging trends.
Cricket is a tremendously popular sport, growing in popularity in the United States. So we had the idea of teaming up with the cricket sport to try to have a facility here.
Dave Simon is the director of Parks and Recreation for Albuquerque. He says Balloon Fiesta Park, with 86 acres of grass and lots, is the natural location for cricket.
We have infrastructure here already. We have ample parking. We're used to hosting large events here at the Balloon Fiesta Park, and cricket tournament is just another fantastic way we can utilize one of the most important and significant community assets we have in our whole city.
Cricket is the second most popular sport in the world, drawing more than 3 billion fans. There are more than 250 million players across 200 countries.
We have active 150 players that participating in current league today that we played.
Saad Nasir is the manager of the New Mexico United Cricket Club. They play at Mesa del Sol and can't wait to play on the new pitches at Balloon Fiesta Park.
This is a good initiative based on other states as well. We are very excited that city started the initiative for the people here. We have almost 9 teams in New Mexico, especially in Albuquerque.
Right now, they travel to Colorado, Arizona, and California for tournaments, and they also participate in different leagues.
I play the cricket because we have a large community here.
The city says the 6 cricket pitches cost $200,000 total, coming from capital funds. That's mostly money generated from bonds you vote for. So we looked up the last bond that hit the ballot in November. It passed by 72%, giving the Parks Department nearly $35 million. That bond mentions pools, tennis courts, and other recreational facilities. We searched through other bonds and even the city budget. We found no mention of cricket. We asked Simon if someone in the city government pushed for it.
So there was a collective dialogue among many people about whether we should do this project and how we could do this project. So I think through that collaboration and dialogue, we decided this was a very, very good idea for Albuquerque.
Simon contends there should be a quick turnaround on that money. The city will be hosting its first cricket tournament in late May.
We expect this is going to bring 360 athletes, 26 teams, probably 1,200 people coming to Albuquerque just for this event. And again, I think we'll probably inject over $1 million into our local economy just on our first tournament.
We have nothing against cricket. We love that they have a place to play, but it does displace probably the largest user at Balloon Fiesta Park for youth sports.
At the end of the day, Faber says it comes down just to safety.
If a ball goes out of play or if someone's chasing a ball, we wear soccer cleats when we practice. And so, it's dangerous. They'll slip on those areas.
The city says these concrete areas should not jeopardize soccer or create any issues for balloonists. The cricket club also adds they will let other sports teams know their schedules so there are no conflicts.
The challenge will just be about scheduling and positioning the fields and these kinds of things. But that's one of the nice things about having 86 acres of grass with no permanent goalposts or markings. We can move the soccer fields around.
Both coexisting on the same field. For Target 7, I'm Sasha Leninger.
And those fields should be ready by May. Now, if you have tips, call the Target 7 tip line at 505-884-6347 or email newstips@KOAT.com.